I didn't realize how pensive I was.
How pensive you was. um,
Man.
I thought about, because the last couple of guests we had on, I thought about putting a disclaimer like right before the show started.
Oh man. Hey.
I've been thinking about that. I'm like, yo, before the show starts, the views of our
Basically, just so you know.
I've been thinking about that so bad. But happy Friday, everybody. We are here. We are in the place. Welcome to another episode of Nothing Else to Do. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Shakara Monique. It's a girls' night, as you can see. It's girls' night. It's just ladies, and that's okay because we're gonna be talking about some awesome things with our special guest. We like to start it off with the introduction, saving our special guest for last. If you don't know me, my name is Shakara Monique. I am the host of Nothing Else to Do. I'm also a single mom of two kids. I work a good government job. I got music. I be acting. I be doing all kinds of things. Going to the studio tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Hey, okay
So
now.
I be busy. I be busy. So we go ahead. We gonna drop it right down here. Go ahead, Shay. Introduce yourself.
Well, how am I gonna go after you, sis? You just
Don't
everything.
even try it.
I am Shay. I'm a singer, songwriter, realtor, a wife to an amazing husband who's also a government worker. Yes, amen, hallelujah. Good government
Hey,
job.
good government job.
Yes, yes, yes. We are very grateful. No, but no, I'm grateful to be here. And I really am just glad to be here, but need to be on vocal rest at the same time. So I will not be doing a lot of talking after this. But I'm here with my girls. Love y'all. Let's get it. Come on, Rashawn.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? I am Rashawn, also known as She Flows, She Media Productions, She Cuts for Real, and She Flows Fitness. And my computer's giving me drama. I hope y'all can still hear me and see me.
We hear you, see you.
Okay, great. I am also happy to be here. I'm ready to rock with what we're doing tonight, and just looking forward to, yeah, this being a great show. Yeah.
Awesome. And now we would like to introduce our special guest. Don't tell them too much. Just tell them who you are, what you represent. Don't give them everything at once.
Okay. I'm Shawn Williams. I am the owner and operator of Body Thief Body Sculpting. I'm here in Northern Virginia in Stafford County. I'm a single mom, entrepreneur, Marine, all those things. I'm from Philadelphia, but I've been in Virginia for a little while now.
Nice.
So my
Whoop,
thing.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Mm, mm,
So,
mm,
as
mm.
we also do, we talk about our week and what we have planned for the weekend. As I already said, my week was pretty busy. Yeah, let me think. Yeah, it's pretty busy. Then just doing regular work, and then this weekend I get to go to the Stu Joe. Also got to take Trinity to get her permit and things because she's trying to
Her
be a grown
what
up.
now?
Yeah,
Oh,
see, yeah, see,
Get
yeah.
off the road. Get
It,
off the
it hit
road.
it hit you how it hit me exactly because she's trying to grow up and stuff. So
OMG.
oh
uh,
wow.
so we gotta do that. We gotta let Trinity grow up and
Mm,
get a permit.
Wow.
So
I
you know,
can't believe
I
that.
that's
I
awesome,
can't,
though.
I can't,
I
but
can't.
yeah, I can't. So, but that's all I got going on this week. Shay, what's going on?
Oh my goodness. I am going to be really taking it easy on vocal rest for a little bit because I have a show coming up next week. I'm really excited about it. It's a private event in Richmond, and I haven't really been doing a lot on by choice. I've been getting called for a lot, but not performing a lot due to the pandemic, and then also with my husband who is recovering and finally recovered from from brain surgery. So it's been so many moving parts. But I'm so grateful. I'm gonna have a good weekend full of just relaxation, and I have a few showings with a few different clients. So yeah, just honestly taking it easy, trying to preserve my voice for this big show. And it's gonna be great. So I'm excited.
Okay. I won't ask you no more questions. But if you have a question, you can put it in the chat. I'll read your question for you. Rashad, what you got going on?
Well, this weekend I am. All right, so the backstory, real quick. I decided to keep my car.
Okay.
There's beauty in not having a payment, and so
No payment on
I
my
am
truck.
going to right. I am going to bear with it. I know all the things that are wrong with it, and I have decided that what I can do myself, I will. So the last couple of days has been spent on YouTube and researching and finding out prices of parts and all this type of stuff. So this weekend I will be working on my car. Tonight I just got my tires done. That was step one. They were real bad, y'all. I got to do better. I've learned so much in this whole car trying to purchase versus keep versus whatever.
Mhm.
Um, so I will be working on my car. The next big issue that I need to get fixed on the car. Please pray that I can find something cheap and quick. Is for my thermostat. So that's the next big thing I got to deal with on the car.
Mm.
And so yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Being a repair person.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
Miss Sean.
Well, my
What?
week
What?
was crazy.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Yeah. I had a very I will tell y'all about my week. All right. First, we start off the week with me. I had got my Apple ID was compromised,
Mm.
so I well, this actually happened earlier in the month, but it's all just starting to like the fallout is starting to come now. So we finding out what they did once they got my ID, and so yeah, essentially they done took like $6,700 from my Robinhood account.
Oh my
They
God.
got in there. They was like they had sold. They liquidated all of my equities. Then they took and was buying and selling crypto on there. And but the good thing about it is everything has been resolved in a way like to the. You can give it to me. It has been kind of resolved. Like they're like, okay, we know that it was criminal activity. We're going to put the stuff back. The only thing is they need to figure out what all the positions I had previously held. So I'm
Um,
like, are y'all going to give me back the stocks that I owned and the right shares? Or are you just going to put the money back? If that makes sense, like what the accounts were worth.
Yeah.
So they said that's the part they have to work out. They could put the crypto back, but I didn't even. I only had one crypto. I don't even do crypto on Robinhood. The other thing that happened this week, which actually is finally finished today, is I had two scammers in my business.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, both in July.
Oh
That's it, babe. I'm
man.
good. Thank you. So the first one was a real scammer. Um, the second one wasn't. The second one was a wife who didn't tell the husband what she was doing, and he was like, "What is this on a credit card?" So he disputed the charge. But the first one was a real. I got scammed. The African scammer scammed me. So unfortunately, but I did file a police
Man.
report and everything. So she might end up getting arrested, and it's sad because she's really young and everything. And I'm like, that's just sad. All this over $175.
Yeah.
But the case of the married woman, that was $750 plus what my payment processor charged me for the dispute. And why
Mm.
it ended up being drama was I don't understand. So I spoke with her a couple weeks ago when the dispute came up. She said, "Oh, my husband must have disputed it because I didn't tell him about it." Okay, I'm gonna straighten it out. Why is it 20 days later? The dispute is still open, and now I got an email this morning saying that it was closed, but it was awarded in the card in the bank's favor. So I was like, "Oh yeah, no, we ain't doing this." So I got up on my phone real quick. I was like, "Ma'am, I'm gonna file police report charges." I said, "And I'm gonna, uh, like whatever." I just said what I had to say, and then next thing I know, everybody calling me the husband, everybody, because I was like, I'm not gonna be getting scammed twice, like back to back like that.
Right.
Either the man knew about it, because the issue I had was if you talk to him, why hasn't he closed the dispute? Why is it still open 20 days later? Like, I'm not playing with you, lady. Like, I'm on the phone and I called the police because now I'm good with Deputy Craig.
First
I
name
saved
baby.
his number from
Hey.
the African scammer. So I saved his number and I called him after I got that email today. I was like, oh, we're not playing this. I was like, hello. And he called her. Next thing I know, and she got a cat card now. She don't want to lose her good government job.
Mm-hmm.
So she called. He called. Next thing I know, the husband was calling me. I said, "Thank you, sir. You can
Wow.
pay me right here like this." At first, I was like, "You can't pay me with a card. I need a money order because I'm not playing with y'all." But when the husband called, I said, "Okay, it's cool now." Okay.
My candy hand.
Girl,
So
you
that was my
Good.
week, but I got money back.
you
I
Good.
gotta
got my money today.
Good. Dang,
Yeah.
that's deep. That's wild.
It goes to show
You,
how people don't communicate. How you spent $750 and didn't tell your husband, and y'all got
yeah,
a
no,
joint account, ma'am.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't kosher. That ain't kosher. So before we get all like deep, because we didn't tell nobody what you did yet. So let's go ahead and get into the interview and tell everybody what your business is. What is Body Thief? Go ahead on and break it down for the people.
Body Thief is a non-invasive body sculpting studio. It is, I told y'all, this in Stafford County, and what we do is we kind of do everything the surgeon doesn't do. So we um take inches off your waist. We help you diminish the appearance of cellulite. We tighten skin and a few other little things. Like we do brow lamination, some side things, but the main business is body contouring. And it's like instant results for most of our clients. So it's real hot. And we've been in business a little over 3 years now, going on 4. In May. You know how when you think business wise, it's quarterly. So for me, it's like my business 4 years old already. But yeah, so that's where we are, and that's what I do.
Awesome
Wow.
sauce.
All right.
So, before we get into like, let's get to know more about who you are before we get into the business. Like, so who was Shawn growing up as a kid? Like, who was her?
As a child, I actually wanted to be a singer, a dancer, an actress.
Okay.
I acted as a kid. Y'all probably see me. Now I'm aging myself, but I was on this show called Captain Kangaroo back in the day.
What?
I used to be. I was on like little off Broadway shows like Bubbling Brown Sugar, stuff like that. And then when I got to high school, I stopped acting, but I did go to creative and performing arts. I was on the dance team. I danced at Temple. That's the college I went to. But I eventually changed directions and I became a journalist. And that's what I did for a really long time. That's what I did in the Marine Corps as well. That's what my degree's in. But I always loved art and something with art. So I always kind of acted here and there. I would like audition here and there. So I got a little IMDb page. Like every once in a while, I get a bug and I'll go audition for something or submit a headshot. But now I'm fully mostly into the body sculpting and like trading and investing. I'm like my sights are set on slowing down and retiring now. I'm trying to build my
Okay.
nest egg now. Like my focus is shifting.
Mm.
So I get to fulfill the art side on
Mhm.
social media for Body Thief. But Body Thief's my baby. That's my thing.
That's your baby. That's your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me see. What's the questions I want to ask? I know that a lot of ladies come to you, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know, do there be any fellas in there trying to get sculpted?
Mm-hmm. It
Really?
from the beginning, I've had male clients. It was girls' husbands at first. They were like, "Oh, you got to do my husband next, cause oh, he got belly or something like that."
Oh wow.
And so they would be bringing their boyfriends and husbands to get sculpted too. And every once in a while, I'll get a husband and wife team, and they'll both come and they both be kind of competitive, like who could slim down the fastest, things like that. Right now, I have a guy who he likes to get the fat burning injections all the time. So, yep, I got guys. And you know
Okay.
what's funny? I get a lot of military guys. They just need
I
the
can see that.
couple of inches. Hey Eva, thank you.
First of all, this might sound real shady, but Eva ain't never watched my show, but because we got somebody mutual friend on here, now she
Oh
watches my show.
Oh, you know
snap! Not to call
Oh,
out.
I know Eva. Yeah. Mhm. She found the show because it's mutual person. But I ain't gonna be petty about it.
Yikes!
I ain't gonna be a little
Patty
petty.
Betty.
It's just a
Oh,
little bit.
thank you
It's
for
just
the love.
we only been on here for 3 seasons. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Oh, she tried to clean it up. Okay, Eva. All right.
We'll come back.
Come on, Tamara. For the win.
She said, I support.
I be supporting.
Oh my god.
But yeah. She's happy on Chicago.com all the time.
Wait, how y'all know each other?
Cause we used to go to the same church, we used to sing in the same worship team and all that stuff.
Oh,
So
you know Tyrone too.
yeah, we still good
Awesome.
people. I
I
go
really
visit their
like him.
church every once in a while. I ain't been there in a minute, but I go visit their church thing.
They are good people. They really are good people. Yeah.
They're good people. So what? Talk about like the different like because you do different. I'm trying to. I don't know the technical words, but you do different procedures
Mm-hmm.
on people. Because I know you did a lot of different stuff on me.
Oh yeah, she was a client. I helped her on
Yes.
her journey.
Yes.
They know about
I've been
your
acting
journey,
up
right?
though, so y'all can't see no results right now because I was acting up. But it's all right. I'm getting my
Whatever.
life together.
I know you did. No, I know you keeping it off. I can even see by your arms.
Oh, that's so nice.
Mhm.
You're being kind. You're being
No,
very
you
kind.
still look good.
Let's talk about the different procedures that you have. Like, what is your most popular?
My most popular is called 3 Strikes. So y'all know I got background in public relations, public affairs. So everything for me has to be branded or like themed. So when I was in my bed, like coming up with Body Thief, because Body Thief was born out of desperation. You know, I was going through a divorce and my ex-husband, he's like, well, why don't you take that spare room and turn it and do something with it? And I'm like, yeah, you know what, I will. And then Body Thief was born. But it I had to come up with a jail thing. I don't know why jail was it for me, but something said like I want to snatch fat. Like what snatches? Like a robber, a thief. And then I thought one of my favorite books is called The Tale of the Body Thief by Anne Rice. And I was like, Body Thief, I like that. So all of my services are like jail themed or burglar themed, something like that. So my signature service is called 3 Strikes. And 3 Strikes, we employ 3 modalities to snatch a fat. And that could be anything that the technician chooses. It could be wood, it could be laser lipo, it could be lipocavitation, which is an ultrasonic machine. It vibrates really fast. And skin tightening, which we do that with radio frequency. So it could be a few, and I got even more tools than that. But we're gonna do at least 3 tools on you each session. And so 3 Strikes, that's my signature service. It's 90 minutes, basically 75 minutes hands-on, 80 minutes hands-on. And we essentially can take off a half an inch to 2 inches, sometimes 3, 4 inches off of people. That's like rare to 4 inches. But just the day before yesterday, I took 2.5 inches off of somebody's waist. So like it's amazing. You know, I'm definitely a product of this time because I love the instant gratification. I love seeing them change right on the table.
Wow.
It's like magic.
How did you get into this? Like you go from the arts, acting to journalism to now. Wow. Like how did that transition happen?
Oh, it's a long story in between, so I ain't gonna tell all of it. But I'm one of those people. I've done everything. I'm a yes person. So after the Marine Corps, I worked on cruise ships for a little while, which I got through acting. I know that's a whole other segue, but I got that through an acting gig. They tricked me. They said it was an acting gig. I was going to have my own show and all this, and I get there and it was a ship job. I was the shopping guide.
Oh
And
my.
I had the shopping channel. I did, but it wasn't a real show. Like, anyway, they tricked me, but it was a great experience. But anyway, when I got off, what I learned on ships was luxury. And so then when I got back, because in these days you gotta have a hustle plus your job. So I had my job, but on the side I was selling like luxury goods that I would source off like the Real, or not places like Poshmark, but real brands, stuff like that, and then resell them on places like Poshmark or eBay. And one of my clients asked me, one of the people I sold a Louis Vuitton bag to, she knew I was an esthetician, and she was just like, do you need a license to do body sculpting in Virginia? I just moved here from Texas. I was giving her the bag. She was paying me the money, but she's asking me this as we're doing the transaction. And I'm just like, I don't know. But
And
this
you're
is
an
Virginia.
esthetician.
Yeah, I'm an esthetician.
Yes.
Oh, that came about because I just wanted to learn
She got
something.
all the
Wow. All of them, do you hear me?
I just wanted to learn how to do something new. I wanted to use my GI Bill because it had been a few years, and I didn't want to go back for journalism. I was like, I want to learn a hands-on skill. So that's why I did that, and I fell in love with it. And that's how the transition from journalism to beauty came. That was that. And then the beauty went to the body sculpting because the client of the hustle had asked me.
Wow. So
And at that time, I was selling cars.
What in the world? I thought I was bad. This is next level. No, much respect, yo.
Everybody know about me. I will tell you how to get to the bag.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody know that about me. Like on Facebook, everybody know that about me. Oh yeah, see Eva. Well, oh yeah, I'm a master aesthetics instructor actually. So
Instructor.
yeah.
Now we teach. Yes. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yep.
All right,
If that
so-
client never asked me, I would have never been known about it because nobody was doing it here.
So you just decided to start researching, and then
when she showed me Instagram, she
That's
was like,
amazing.
here, look at this person. And I looked at this Instagram account and I'm looking at the stuff she was using. And I was like, that looks like tools we use on the face, but they're just bigger. And so when I did the research, I'm like, it is. I was like, you know what? I probably can do this because I'm licensed to do it on the face, like use the same technology. And when I looked it up, it's not illegal for me to do it. So next thing I know, I bought a machine. I was practicing on my friends. And then I started charging people like $25, just like, let me practice on you $25. I'll work on you for 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever. Like, and I'm so thankful for all my beginning clients, like wherever you are now. Thank you. Some people let me work on them for 5 hours, like just learning how to do stuff, but they will come off the table like 4 inches smaller. So it's worth it. But it was some people that was up here in my house half a day, just letting me work on them because it's relaxing anyway. So yeah, and I got really good. I committed to myself I was gonna be really good because I was like 40 at the time. I think I was just turning 40 or 41, something like that. And I was like, because I just turned 45, so like 41. And
what? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, I'm behind a power curve. Like I need to get really, really good at this because I'm taking advantage because I was like, body sculpting is gonna be like hair. Like everybody and their mom go have a shop. Cause at this time, this is when the salon suites was just starting to pop. And I was like, everybody gonna be doing this when they find out you don't need a license. I gotta get really good now. And just like I said, you see body sculptors popping up all over the place. Now everybody knows what it is. Most people do. And I saw that a mile away. And I wanted to establish my name and be well known. And next thing I know, I got people flying. A lady flew to me from Kansas. A lady just came from DC. I got people from North Carolina, South Carolina, Maryland, everywhere. And I'm like, there's other body sculptors between you and me.
Not you though. They want you.
They want them results.
And that's what they say. They say they love my vibe. They see me on Facebook or Instagram, and they just wanted to my hands on them. So yeah, but that's the long story of how I became that.
That is inspiring. Honestly, it's fantastic.
And
I love how you had the foresight to see, yo, this is gonna be the next thing popping. Woo,
oh, I knew it was. I knew it was. That's one of my. Listen, I'm a big affirmation and mind science or prayer, whatever you want to name it. I'm that person to commune with the universal spirit, the creative spirit. That's me. I believe in all the promises. I be standing on them. I test them. I was just telling my son, I was like, son, you need to get with me on this. Because I be manifesting stuff down to the bone, like exactly how I want it. Like I was like, people throw money at me. Why yesterday this lady threw her credit card at me? I wasn't offended at all.
Here, girl,
she was like,
take my money, please.
That's what happened.
I wasn't offended.
I have to talk for that.
That's what happened.
Wait, I got something to say.
Oh, thank you.
Look, I cannot. You better throw me your. Come on, sis. That's a different level right there. That's good energy. Okay, that's good energy. All of that.
It's good. And listen, I said she was on a free. She got a free service. This what happened. Her daughter came to me. The daughter is a professional model. We got the daughter hooked up, and so her daughter had 2 services left. But daughter had to move to London for her modeling thing. So the mom had called me. She said, "You know what? I want my stomach done." And I said, "Well, your daughter still got 2. Just come on in." So she came in on the first free one. And after the service, we sit and chopping it up, and she was showing me pictures of the girl modeling stuff. Next thing I know, I seen the car just flop on the table next to me. I was like, "What's this for?" She was like, "I want my own package. Let me buy my own." I was like, "See, that's what I said. People throw money at me."
Yes, that's it.
I don't be playing.
You know what? That's because they also trust you. You know, they trust what you do, and they feel confident in what you do enough to be able to fly out from different places or wherever that might be from. They trust you, and when you build those genuine connections and you build that trust, that's all you need for a business, right? You got to be good at what you do, but you have to connect with people. And I can tell you're a natural at that. So that's a blessing. You know, not everybody has that.
Yeah.
So
that was
absolutely
that was one of the reasons when I did my trial. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna see what it's like. And I came in like skeptical. I was like, I ain't gonna let nobody get me. I'm gonna see how this works. But like from that first trial, it was. You were very professional. You were like very friendly. You made it comfortable. It didn't feel weird because like you ain't gonna say, "Well, I don't know you from Adam," but you just as soon as I walked in, I felt comfortable and I saw like the results from the first time. And then as I kept coming in, even my daughter was seeing results. She was like, "Mom, look at your wave coming in." I was like, "For real?" Yeah. Like I was getting like so excited because besides me, somebody else was seeing the results of that. Like that was telling me it's like, okay, it's working, and there's things, and that's something else we probably should talk about. There is things that you have to do as well. It's not just her doing all the work. You also have things that you have to do to make sure that you still maintain the hard work that she putting in, because otherwise you just kind of waste the money. So tell them about
not back to where you were if you don't.
Right. Tell her the things that the client has to do in order to maintain that the work that you do.
Right, because I always tell that that's the number one question. How permanent is this? And my answer is always the same. It's as permanent as surgery. And then I say, how many people do you know got lipo or gastric bypass or a sleeve or something and they're big again? You have to work, even if you had a surgeon literally suction the fat out, you have to work to maintain those results because fat cells you need your fat cells. They do a lot of good for you. It's just that sometimes they get too big and we want to shrink them back down. So maintaining the results is super simple. You literally just have to be active. All you got to do is walk every day, maybe 30, 45 minutes, because walking is the best weapon against stress. And for women, stress, and well, men too, but we hold a lot of stress in our bodies, and cortisol levels are off the chain. And cortisol makes you hold on to fat. So that I tell people, if you don't like working out, just walk. Try to walk 30 minutes a day. If you do like working out, you don't have to overdo it. 3 times a week, 30 minutes. You're good. Stay hydrated. At least 2 to 4 liters of water a day. And eat as clean as possible. But other than that, it's really just honestly just being active and drinking your water.
Hey, Sachi.
Nice. Yeah, Black
Oh,
Queen.
yeah.
Yes, it's like it's ladies' night.
The feeling.
Yes.
But
So,
yeah, that's
yeah.
it. It's not
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's not crazy. I kept getting in trouble for not drinking water because she could tell. I'd be on the table. She was like, "How much water you had today?" I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Huh? What?"
You can tell when they don't
Huh.
hydrate. And I always tell people you can eat your water. Just eat like watermelon, fruit, celery, like water vegetables that are high in water. You can eat the water too. You don't have to drink it. If you like coconut water, if you like flavored water, I know some people don't, but I be trying to give them alternatives because the thing is, you have to have your liver. The liver needs to be. You want to do like a detox too before you do it or right as you do it because you want your liver and your kidneys to be able to process all the breakdown, the waste, the toxins that are generated through these surfaces. And we also get your lymphatic system going. So sometimes people even feel sick the first couple weeks that they start with us, just depending on where they were in their body, like how much toxins they was holding in their body. Because y'all know fat holds nutrients and toxins. So when we're breaking all that down, it starts to circulate and it comes out through your excretory system. And that's why we're like, you gotta be hydrated and you have to be active. You gotta get this stuff out of you once we break it down. Because it's not gonna be good for you. And that's why too we don't generally take people over like 35, 40 BMI. Because working on them can make them really, really sick.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like sick because we're causing damage. It's sick because we've unleashed all the toxins in their fat.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So are these services like you see immediate results, but also when you go home and a few days later, it continues to
Mm-hmm.
shape because now you're excreting all the okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning
Some
today.
people even slim down for like 10 days, but most people is 72 hours. But some people is over a week. Some people don't even see immediate results because they swell up. Because sometimes I'm really aggressive on a person and they might actually swell at first. And I've had people be like, I don't think this worked because I'm bigger than before we started. And I'm like, give me 2 days after this. I promise it's gonna go down. I think you did. Did you swell
You think
first?
that would work?
Yeah. I be beating them up with that wood.
Oh my gosh. Ew. Listen. I felt like
And I'm
you was
little,
beating
like
me.
I'm tiny.
Dang, that's crucial.
Listen, all I heard. Listen, sign me up. This is so interesting to me. It really, yeah, because I've seen people do that. And what do they call it? Is it fascia? What's it
Well,
called?
no, fascia is something different, but that is a part of what we're breaking down and regenerating and making more healthy. The fascia is extremely important in total well-being, but essentially how your body mechanics are, like how you feel day to day, because the fascia covers every single muscle, organ, tendons. It covers everything, and there's different types of fascia. So say you know how like you might get a small injury and you start favoring one side, or you start to walk a little bit funny, you're not working through that pain. If you don't work through that pain, that fascia going to grow and it's going to start getting tight and hard, and now you got more pain and more, and now you like this, and then you want to go to the doctor, or now you want to go to the chiropractor or wherever you're going to go. If you would have kept that fascia healthy, hydrated, and supple, you'd be fine. And look, think about it. How often now do you see hard casts?
Wow.
I haven't seen hard cast.
Last time I seen a hard cast.
You rarely see hard casts now because they're learning that the fascia actually needs to still be mobile in order to heal properly. So yeah, fascia is involved, but fascia is more, what we're learning is more attributing to the appearance of cellulite. Healthy fascia, it will be smooth, like, and like supple. So the key to it is blood flow, obviously. So I do some fascia blasting now with everyone, and I'm getting amazing results with that. And the wood warms up the tissue. We do a little cryotherapy, but I'm not the biggest proponent of cryotherapy, like cool sculpting,
Is that the
stuff like
cold one?
that.
I didn't like that. It was so cold.
Yeah. I don't really like that, only because it's too hit or miss.
Yeah.
And client satisfaction rate is not as high.
Mm.
And it's
Absolutely.
very expensive.
Mm.
So I've heard that my sister, she's a registered nurse, and she works at a plastic surgery office. So we have seen, she's heard about different results and stuff when it comes to cool sculpting, and those results are extremely low. You know, they don't have great results. So she was like, well, you know, because I didn't want to go and get surgery, right? You know, you don't want anything invasive. So you think about other options, and cool sculpting is something that you always see, right? But it's almost as like, man, well, maybe I do need to just do the invasive thing because it's just as expensive at the time, right? And
Yeah.
it doesn't
just as
give the same
expensive.
results. So, but you know, I was thinking about lipo for a long time, and with her working for the office, we get like half off or something of lipo. So,
Oh,
um,
really?
yeah, family discount. So I was like, you know, I'll probably get it done and use the treatments that you're saying just to maintain it and continue to, like, for the long road, right? So yeah, but that's amazing. So I have a question really quickly, and then I'm gonna stop talking because I really need to stop talking. I really need to. So, my question for you is, when you do these, when people come in and they get a treatment done on their stomach, um, for me, like I said, I have a show coming up next weekend. If I came in on like a Friday, would I be show like where I want to be by at least Sunday? Like you said, usually 2 days. What's the turnaround time? You
It
know?
really just depends if you swelled up or not. If you didn't swell, your results are immediate and they're going to keep going down over the
Okay,
next few days. But if you swell up, you might not start showing anything till like day 3.
day 3. So
Yeah.
it's probably
So
best
I
to
would
have
do
it
a
done.
test run.
Got you.
Hmm.
Okay, a test run. Okay,
And
I
we
love
do
that.
have a new client special for 1 hour, because I told you all the services really be 90 minutes, but we do have a new client special 60 minutes for $99. Thank you, PJ. And I always tell people, get the $99 hours and we'll see at least if the technique will work on you.
Okay.
Generally, I can tell, even if they don't get much of a change, I could tell if the tissue changed, because Shakara could tell you, like, first the fat gets soft. That's
Yeah.
how you know at least it was starting to
Mm,
work. You might not have lost inches that day, but you could definitely see a difference in the fat. Like, it looked different. And then
Yeah.
after that, it keeps going in, and then we do the skin tighten on top of that. So, yeah, if I were you, if you had an event that was special to you, you really wanted to be, I wouldn't take the chance and do it right before. I would come in like a week or so prior, see how your body responds, and then come like 2 days before your event.
that's good. Okay, that's good advice. Thank you, love.
Hmm. Hmm.
So long term, like, is this something that somebody can do? Like, do you recommend it like long term? Just to, like, do you have like a maintenance pack? Like, after you done got
Hmm.
them like looking real good and they just want to stay that way, is there like maintenance, or
Hmm.
like how does all that work?
Well, I generally tell people to do 12-week increments and then take 2 weeks to a month off and then start back, because you don't want your body to completely get used to this, because essentially what we're doing is tricking your brain into using your stored fat instead of using your readily available carb or sugar energy. You don't want you don't want to get dependent on the ultrasound and the microcurrents to trigger that in you.
Hmm.
So I always tell people break it up, but I have people who stay with me a whole year. You know, they take their appropriate breaks. But yeah, so once we get you to your goal, then yes, we have subscriptions where you could just come in once a month and have a treatment to help maintain. And to be honest, that's how all this started. Like these services have been around like 30 years now. However, it was for wealthy people, people who had gotten cosmetic surgery, and nobody was telling anybody. You know, like the lady that didn't tell the husband. Most of I have so many clients like that. They're like, I'm not telling my friends. They just gonna think, you know, I look like this.
I was trying to keep it to myself for a second.
So it's like, I mean, people don't want people to know, even though it's not invasive. They still don't want to know that they getting help to look the way they look. Whatever, for whatever reason, they, you know. So
Shoot, I'm gonna tell everybody.
Vanity.
They could just be like, I don't get surgery, but you can't work that lady.
Right.
You get work done.
Semantics, the slick words.
You
Is there a
get work
limit?
done.
Is there a smallness limit? I don't know how to say this word.
Like if you're like if you don't have a lot of fat.
Right, but you just have an area.
No, those are the ideal clients.
Oh, okay.
Just people who have spot treatment. That's really what this was invented for. It wasn't really meant to be what it's evolved into. And
so you can make Sheila 6-pack just like pop.
Thank you, because I'm like the only thing I can't get under control.
Maybe I could put her on the Emsculpt. So we do have a machine that contracts your muscles like real deep, not like the regular TENS thing that's kind of surface and it just kind of zaps. Like no, this one is deep contractions, and you do like 20,000 contractions in 30 minutes.
Is this pregnancy? Because
no, it don't feel like she did it on me. It don't feel like
you know what?
It ain't no joke though. Like you gotta breathe through it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's strong. It's strong, but it get them muscles. Yeah. So no, there's no smallness limit at all. Mm-hmm. And these treatments are really safe. They're FDA approved. I mean, not to say we all trust the FDA, but the machines are FDA approved.
Okay, cool.
We know they all about the coinage, but you know, whatever. People like to hear that, so I tell you.
Yeah.
I tell them that.
Do you have like what has been like your most like shocking result from somebody? Did you have where you was just like, wow?
The most shocking result I took off a girl was like I want to say 5.25, so 5.25 inches in 2 sessions. Yeah. Wow. 2 sessions. She was very happy. She went from like a 32.5 inch waist to like 27.
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yup, in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, that was good. She came 1 week and then she came the next week. And then the second biggest one is on the side of my car. The one, the lady, I took 4 inches off of her instantly, 1 session. Never came back. I only seen that lady 1 time. Never came back. Never saw her.
She said, "I'm
took 2 inches and ran with it." She is on somebody's fitness magazine right now.
And I just want to know too. Like, I want to know what her 72-hour result was. I'll never know. I'll never know.
So you said that you offer other things. You said something about lashes.
Yeah, we don't do lashes, but I do brow lamination.
Brows is that's what it is. Yeah.
And we do perming the lashes.
I'm
that.
sorry, what?
Perm, lash perm. They call it lash lifting, but mommy, that's a perm.
What in the world?
Perming lashes? Why are we perming lashes? Please explain
Why we that. It's already soft.
Y'all didn't know that lash lift was a perm solution?
Why we do that?
Yeah, they perm your eyeballs.
Oh, but it's already straight.
Yeah, but you know how you get mascara to lift and curl? So if you know how perms, okay, so perms for people with straight hair makes curls.
Yeah.
So we basically put the roller thing right there, and then you put the hair on it, and depending on how the client want, they might want a soft curve or a tight curve. It just depends. And that's what you put on the roller on top of their eye, get the hair on there, put the perm solution, and leave it on for like 10 minutes. And then they got, for 6 weeks, you got straight curled up there. You don't got to do nothing to your lashes. They just like,
I thought I've heard of everything, but now I'm hearing about
I
perm lash
did
perm.
not know that's what they were
I did not.
doing.
yeah. I mean, most sisters could smell it, and they be like, "Is that perm?" I'd be like, "Yeah."
Yep.
You still want me to do it? And some people will say no, and some people will say yeah. Like, you still want me to do it? And I'm like, yes or no.
Wow. And what do you do with eyebrows?
Same thing. Put perm on them.
Perm on the eyebrows. Wow.
Yeah. So if y'all see brow lamination, that's perm.
What?
But it makes the hair. So if you got them scarce looking brows or really coarse brows or curly brows,
Yeah.
and you always put like gel or something on them, you perm them things, they're gonna stay just like that for a few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're
And
not.
you got nice brows too. We perm them.
Your
people, they
brows
be
is
like,
fire.
slick. She got
thank you.
beautiful brows. They would look so nice, laminated.
Laminated.
They be
boy.
like perfect. They look so good, and you don't have to like color them. Like, for some reason, when you perm it, they look darker too.
Mm,
It just look really good.
wow.
I don't have no eyebrows, so you know. I got microbladed eyebrows, but I put a little pencil on them before we went live, so they could look like something.
So, are there any new services that you plan on like adding? I remember you were talking about. I don't know if you did it, but I remember you talking about like the IV vitamins
hydration.
and stuff. And yeah.
That fell through. Yeah.
Oh.
The girl I partnered with fell through. So I mean, if you're a nurse, a registered nurse, come see me. Maybe we could talk. I still have the room. I still have a lot of the supplies and stuff, but I don't have the person to do the injections. So I mean, I may turn that room into like a wellness room. Still trying to decide now, or get another partner. I don't know. That's up in the air. But I do have post-operative packages now, which weren't on the site. So if you do get surgery and you need massages and body contouring, we're doing that now. I didn't want to put it on my site. I was very choosy with who I did that with. But you know, the writing's on the wall. Everybody's getting work, and people need places to go, and people keep asking me like, do you do that? Do you do that? So I'm like, let me put it on the site. And it's up there. So that's up there. And I think that's it. We do other things. If you have swelling, like you get edema or lymphedema, we can help with that because we also perform pressotherapy, which is like a blood pressure cuff kind of for the body. So it inflates and deflates. Did I ever put you in the pressotherapy suit? No? Okay. Well, that is really helpful for circulation and lymphatic and detoxing. So we do that, and I do the fascia blasting, and that's good for pain, joint pain, loose skin, fat. Like, it's a cure-all, basically, because we're treating the fascia and making the fascia healthy. So it's always going to have good results or good benefits.
Sauna suit too, right?
Yep, we do the detox sauna blanket where you get inside there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else we have. That's pretty much it. We got the vibration plate. We sell the things that you might want. That thing is the bomb, ain't it?
Yes.
It simulates running. So if you don't like running outside, just get on your plate.
Just get on there.
Do it for you. It's like a twerk machine. It is. When you first get on it, you be like, "Oh, I can twerk there." That thing don't stop either.
Yo,
it's no joke though. Like, I get on there, I just turn on TV for like 30 minutes, and I get on there, and you like, it works. You feel like you outside for real. So,
yeah, and if you bend your knees, so say you go into different squat positions, you really gonna feel it. Like, it's an amazing device. It looks like a when I first saw it, I was like, what is this nonsense? Just this vibrating thing. But it's really something to that science. And I tested it out myself. You can get muscle failure standing on there, like burnout, straight burnout. So it's very
Oh, you
effective.
speaking my language now, boy.
I
Yeah,
might get on that.
you
I
need
might
to
get
put her
on that
on
tonight.
that.
Seriously, yo.
Put her on that and have her do like a deep squat, girl. You gonna be like, oh my
Okay.
thighs.
Oh yeah, I need
Woo.
that. I want that. Yes, I need those baseball player thighs. Yeah.
You gonna
Listen,
love that machine.
I'm loving it. I am loving it. I have to ask you. I have a
I
question.
think vitamins too. What else?
So can you tell me what are some of your business goals in the next like 5 years? Like, where do you want to be? Because I see you like working with like some like really big names, like and continuing to just blossom. So like, what do you want out of your business in the next 5 years?
Man, see, that's the problem. That's where the Libra come in at.
Look.
The Libra indecisiveness. Y'all know I'm the hustle queen, so I got some things in the fire that's looking like it's gonna make me a lot of money. And I literally was just talking to my listen, okay?
Yo.
And now I'm realizing too, like, money really changes things. Like, I know people say that all the time, but now that I see where this is going, I'm like, do I want to keep doing body TV? I just want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm questioning that. I am in the middle of questioning that because of this potential money with the investment that I got into. And I'm like, wow, by next year, it's going to be at this amount of money. That's life-changing sums of money. I'm literally, I can't answer that question right now 100% because I really don't know. And I know that I love Body Thief. It's trademarked and everything. Like I got it trademarked. In the beginning, I saw it becoming a franchise, and maybe that is what I'm going to do with it. But I'm learning that money changes my goals, and what I thought I wanted. I thought I wanted to do all this with Body Thief, but I'm kind of realizing that I had to. Like, it was more like, because I want to live a certain way, this is what I want with Body Thief, if that makes sense. So now if I could get it another way, I guess my mind is like, well, ma'am, if you could get it another way, maybe we don't have to do this.
But I
So
can respect that though. Yeah,
because I love body sculpting. That's why I'm just like, this is really interesting where my mind is going here. Yeah.
So would you say, in a sense, and this is okay, you're more so like you're motivated by money, like you're motivated by the more you make, it's like, okay, that's motivating me to go harder and continuing to do this. But at the same time, I think living by work smarter, not harder, right?
That is my thing.
There you go. Okay, gotcha.
That's what it is this. Body Thief provided the income to change the life to where I'm living, the way I'm living it now. I work 3 days a week. I work 2 to 8. I was working 7 days a week, 3 jobs when I started Body Thief. Trying to make up the mortgage payment, trying to make up a whole income by myself, like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Because when my ex-husband, when we broke up, like, and he's a nice guy and stuff, but he was really bad with money. So he was giving me money, but it was always like so late, like weeks and weeks, you know, and stuff need to be paid. So like I had to just take over everything. And so now that I've slowed down, and now Body Thief gave me the money to invest. And now those investments are starting to become life-changing for me. So I don't have to work. But that was the prayer. It was, I want to work because I just want to. I don't want to work till I have to. My prayer is, I don't want to be tied to the wheel of work day in and day out to have the money that I desire. And it's starting to happen. And now I'm like, okay. And people keep asking me, what's the future of Body Thief? And I'm just like, Body Thief was born to help me survive. And now what is it going to become? Do I sell the business? Do I keep running the business? Do I just hire people to run it? Because the community needs the business.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had a girl email me today. Like, I started realizing, Dad, yeah, I employ people. Like, I'm providing jobs. Somebody emailed me today, like, I was looking at your company. I would love to learn and work for you. I'm like, wow, people is really going old school seeking jobs. Like, I didn't even know people still did that. So it looked like she was sending it to a lot of different companies. I mean, it wasn't on like a CC, but you could just tell it was like the email was
Yeah.
kind of generic. But I say, wow, she personally reaching out to people to try to get a body sculpting job, like particularly body sculpting. And I'm like, yeah, I'm providing jobs for people. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep Body Thief open, but I just don't know if it's gonna be as big as I had first envisioned. It may just be a Stafford staple, like, and maybe have one in Fredericksburg and Woodbridge, like, and that could just be it. But in the beginning, I thought I was gonna have Body Thieves all over, like Massage Envy. That was the initial vision.
But what a blessing to have that dilemma.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
And it's a good one. And I think that you're gonna make the best decision, obviously, for yourself and for your family. And nobody wants. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody wants to work hard for the rest of their life. And the goal is to
Exactly.
get you set up now so that you don't have to worry and just retire early and enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's what I believe. That's what God wants for us. Truly, He wants us to be able to enjoy what we've worked so hard to achieve, and not have to work every single day. But and to get to that point, I mean, that is so inspiring to me. You're incredible. So go ahead, girl. Black girl
Thank
magic, boo.
you.
Come on. Come on now. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm serious, and I've been standing on the promises. Sometimes it gets scary, being an entrepreneur, and this is my major source of income. So, because with your investments, you don't want to be withdrawing from that. You gotta let that grow. So, I'm glad that I'm inspiring to people. And I would tell people, like, if you start your own business, don't give up. Like, don't give up. Because it really is an emotional roller coaster when you don't see the numbers coming in. That's where your faith comes in. And you got to believe, one thing I tell myself all the time, like, because I'm a child of God, like, this is actually God's business and God ain't going out of business. He'll never go out of business. And when I feel scared or anxious, I start telling myself that all the time. I be like, God ain't going out of business. God ain't going out of business. Like, it don't make no sense. Look at all this stuff they building around. They keep trying to tell us there's no money. It's all then why y'all building stuff? Why y'all still opening new stores? Like, there's money out there, and I,
How's
I
the Powerball
refuse
so
to fall
high?
for it.
Why is
Right. Why the Powerball so
There's definitely money out there.
Yep.
And I think that, this is just a tactic for us to just bow down and to just be weak and break down. Oh my goodness, especially entrepreneurs. We
Yes, that's what I
put
feel
stuff over
like.
here. Okay, let's be clear. And we have an opportunity to be able to tap into something much bigger than I feel like we can even fathom with, making connections. That's what it's all about. It's about networking. Networking can open doors. We should be all meeting at least 10 new people daily. There's no reason why you can't be connected with different people. And so I'm learning that in my business, being in real estate, you have to network, and, it's a lot, and I get where you're coming from because I'm an entrepreneur, and I thank God for my husband's income, because starting that business it was a big sacrifice to leave my 9 to 5, my good paying job. And me and my husband had to talk about this. He's like, listen, you want to be able to sing full time. And I want you to be able to do that. And, but I was like, well, man, I also really am passionate about starting my own business. So with real estate. So he was like, let's go for it. Let's do it, But for me, I'm so used to working, it wasn't I never had to work. He always made enough and more than enough to take care of everything. But for me as a woman, being independent and working since I was 15, I wanted to work. So it's hard. It's hard when you are starting something from the ground up and you don't know what's going to happen. You're relying and depending all on one person to take care of everything, right? So I get it, boo. I do. And I think you're amazing because you just, like, you're killing it. And it's so inspiring to me, as another entrepreneur. So
Yes,
thank you
thank
for this.
you. Yeah, no, thank you for everything you're saying. Like, when I was in Barbados, like 2 weeks ago, and they had stole my Apple ID, and I'm over there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm in another country. I'm trying to like deal with all of this. I was scared. I was scared over there. And I think those strong, fearful emotions kind of is why things kind of slowed down. during that period because it piles on and it makes more. Like I believe that your energy attracts like energy. So I had to attract certain situations to make those feelings make sense. And then I had to get myself together and re-talk to myself and say, ma'am, you know, you are in control of all of this. And so how you respond is what's gonna create the future. And so I was like, well, let me get back on what I know. And that's when I started, like I told y'all, just talking back to myself, like, you know what? I started this business. This business is anointed. And there's no way that I'm gonna fold. I'm definitely not gonna fold here. And it worked out. It's been working out, even with the lady today. Like I was telling my son, I said, you know, even though I had to really get with them, call the police and everything, I said, all that worked out for me so that I could pay myself that money directly instead of it going through Body Thief and being taxed and stuff like that. Because I needed that little $700 something because they're still reviewing a lot of my accounts. And so I don't have a whole lot of liquidated money that I right now. And that was like right on time. I was like, see, that's just what I needed. Like, I don't know why I be worrying. Like I shouldn't worry. Worry is a very I hate that emotion because it comes from fear. And I just had to keep telling myself, like, God did not give me a spirit of fear. And you know, so
And you can't worry and have faith at the same time. So I think that, you know, it doesn't work. So I love it. And man, I'm trying to tell you, this is just speaking to me. So wow, really powerful tonight. This was bigger than just, you know, just having a guest. I think we needed to hear this because we all are entrepreneurs in our own right on the show. And we need to keep going, you know? And so thank you for that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Anytime you start feeling some type of way, I mean, and we're all different. We all have different personalities, but I've always been that person and I just get right in there. So like I'll look right in the mirror and I'll be like, you know better than this. Like, why are you worrying? And then I'll just start going over past blessings or situations that God like got me out of. And I'm like, you already have the promise. And when you truly know something, you don't keep requesting it. So stop asking for the same thing. Like, just know that it's done, set it and forget it, and you know, get your blessing. So I had to keep going back to that. Like, why you scared? Because these people scammed your money. Like, why you scared now? Like, it ain't no reason to be scared. Like, you know, it's there. You got this, and everything gonna be resolved. Watch. Robinhood gonna call you, so and so app gonna call you, so and so app, and they have been one by one telling me, "Man, we got your money back." Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a big faith person. Like, I'm big on real faith, not fake faith. Because people be asking for stuff all the time, but so scared to receive it. Like, you fake. You really don't have faith. Or they be looking for a sign. And I think a lot of people have it backwards. The signs follow, they don't precede.
Yeah.
You know, because people be like, well, I need a sign before I know. Da-da-da. No, dummy. You decide first. You know what the conviction is going to be in here. Then you look for the signs, be like, yeah, that's it right there. And then when you look for the doors, the open doors, and then you go in. If you be looking for a sign to tell you that's the right thing, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So I like to tell people that all the time, like, stop asking. Because if you keep requesting, if that's your prayer request every day, then you don't believe that it's done. And that means you're not staying on promise. That means you're not walking in faith. And that means it's never going to happen. You just at odds against yourself. And you wondering why, you know what I mean? You're on the roller coaster. And so you got to make your mind up. Either you believe it or you don't. Because God is no respecter of persons. So it don't matter. He got the promises. They're going to be, you know, for everyone. So yeah, girl.
I need to download this episode.
Listen, that's going to be the next evolution. That's going to be the next evolution, right? Because the other part of me, I really, really, really want to help people be more, I don't want to say godly, but know who they are. Know their divine self, like, so that they can take control and stop blaming the devil or God. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they would feel so much more like fulfilled. Like, I want to share what I have been through and what I learned and what I know. And that's going to be the last thing I think I'm going to be. is going to be like a philosopher or like one of those people that inspire people, like inspirational talkers. That's what I'm gonna be. That's gonna be the
Motivational
goal.
Okay.
speaker.
Motivational
Yeah, I'm gonna be a
speaker.
motivational speaker.
Oh, you
I
done
can
said
see
it
that.
now, so I'm gonna be looking for
That's-
it.
We're
She
meant
gonna do it. She done did everything else. She
You
gonna
done
do
thrown
it.
that out there in the atmosphere now. It's done.
All right, yeah. So we are past our hour. It has been a good hour. We have
It
learned
has.
a lot. We have talked a lot, and it's awesome. Normally we would have new music Friday, but PJ is not here. I would like to say that there has some new music has dropped. I checked out Rihanna's new song for the Black Panther. She dropped the song. I think it's called "Lift Me Up" or something like
Mhm.
that. So
Mhm.
that dropped. MH Marcus Houston
Who
from
now? Get out of here.
Immature. Yeah,
Really?
he dropped a single called "Coming Back." I actually like it.
I'm
Okay.
from that.
I like it. Yeah. So I like it. Sean, I know. Thank you, Angela. Thank you for keeping me on
Yeah.
point. Tell the people how they can get in touch with you. Let them know your website. Let them know your
Oh
IG,
yeah.
all that stuff. Look. They already ready to write it down. Let them know how
Good,
they can get in touch
good.
with
Thebodythief.com, and my Instagram handle is the_body_thief, and Facebook is the Body Thief Body Sculpting. So I'm pretty consistently branded everywhere. We
you.
got a Waze
Absolutely.
pen and a Google pen. I know what song we sing. God ain't going out of business. God ain't going out of
Yeah.
business. I don't know how we gonna
Hey.
put a melody behind that, but that's the song.
Following now. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
If y'all book y'all services, tell it y'all found out about us from nothing else to do. Hello.
Listen, if you book a service for nothing else to do, you come in, I'll give you 10% off. How about
Oh,
that?
look at that.
Yeah.
Ah. Y'all better remember that. Mention
Right.
nothing else to do. Get 10%
Look,
off.
y'all know y'all have. You're getting a discount. We had look. He's saving money.
Come on.
How
Boom,
close is
boom, boom.
Stafford to you, Shakar?
Huh? How
How
close?
close is, I know
Stafford to
Stafford is a
me?
county, right? Or is it a city?
Yeah. For me, Stafford's like what, 20 minutes, if that.
Like
Were you
further,
in
like
Richmond?
closer?
I'm in
Oh,
Fredericksburg.
oof,
So she's in Maryland.
yeah,
You're.
Oh, I just
I'm
had a
in
lady from
Laurel.
Baltimore the other day come down. So Laurel is an hour.
Okay, I can do
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
I
Stafford
can
is.
do that.
You're not far from me, so I will be
I'm
making
not
my
far from Quantico. We're like 4 miles from
Yeah.
Quantico.
very close to me.
Very
Absolutely.
close to
Yeah.
Quantico. Yeah.
Come on down.
I'm coming, girl. I'm getting my appointments in because I got to get stage ready, baby.
Come on.
Come
Come
on.
on. Come on. All right, y'all. Let me do my spiel so we can get out of here. Um, Tune in on Fridays. We are here on Fridays at 7 p.m. So make sure y'all tune in to watch the show. Follow the crew and our special guests on their social media pages so you can see what we're up to outside of the show. Follow our Facebook and our IG page because we post things like New Music Friday. I didn't post no New Music Friday because PJ didn't give me no video anyway, because he out and about over there. But we post things and we also show like what we're doing throughout the week. Also subscribe to our new YouTube channel. You can go back and watch this because our Rashawn already said she got to go back and watch. So y'all go back and watch and get some more nuggets and everything. And make sure you turn on your live notifications because sometimes you get busy. I know we get busy. You be having things to do and then you need that little notification. Be like, the show is on. So you can come in and talk to us and join in on the conversation. Thank you, Angela. Thank you so much for chiming in. You are so awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you, audience, for being the amazing guests that you are. Who is our guest next week? Hold on, before I get to line, let me look at my notes.
I
I do
definitely want to come
believe
back.
Yes,
yes. Oh,
please.
absolutely. We have to have you back. Um, this is bad when I don't have my stuff just up and ready. like I should. Our next guest, November 4th, we have Light the Entertainer. He is a social media influencer. He's also a DJ from I think he's like headed out of New Jersey. I've seen some of his videos. I thought it was funny, and I was like, let me see if he want to get on the show. He said, "Yup," so he gonna be on the show.
Yeah.
So we will have him on November 4th. So you guys, thank you for tuning in. Sean, if you want to hang after, because I like to ask questions about the show, see what you thought and all that kind of thing. So don't hang up when I do this. Stay right here. Thank you guys for tuning in. She said, come on back because you don't have nothing else to come on with the plug. Come on, Angela Perkins with the plug. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you got real supporters, because they know the jargon, they know the lingo. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next week, and I know I'm gonna see you because you ain't got nothing else to do.
Period.